Hi YouTube, Tim Unkert here. In this video, we're going to be subtracting polynomials. So let's go to problem one. Okay, so in problem one, we have the polynomial 10x plus 3y plus 5z. And from that, we are subtracting the polynomial negative 3x plus negative 3y plus negative 9z. Now, when I do these types of problems, I like to change them to addition. And the way I do that is I take the polynomial that's being subtracted. First I change this sign here to addition, but then I take the terms of the polynomial that's being subtracted and I change all the signs there. And when you do that, that's perfectly legit. And I would recommend doing that. So I'm going to show you how to do it. So we're just going to rewrite this first problem as 10x plus 3y plus 5z plus, now we change this from a negative 3x to a positive 3x, plus, and we change this from a negative 3y to a positive 3y, plus, then we change this from a negative 9z to a positive 9z. Okay, so now what we do is we combine our like terms. So let's combine the 10x's first. So if I do 10x plus 3x, I get 13x. We then combine the y's. So if I do 3y plus 3y here, I get 6y. And then we combine the z's. So 5z plus 9z is going to give me 14z. And that's our solution to problem one. Now, one note I'll make is typically when you see me doing these problems, what I'll do, let's say I combine the x's, you'll see me crossing off the x's. Then I combine the y's, you'll see me crossing off the y's. And then finally, as I combine the z's, you'll see me crossing off the z's. I do that as a form of organization more than anything else, because you'll notice, and I should have gone all the way through that one. You'll notice when I have everything crossed off, I know I've combined everything and I've finished the problem. So it just kind of keeps me on track. I would recommend doing that, especially when you get a lot of terms, and like if you have x to the third power plus x to the second power plus x to the first power plus xy plus y squared. When you get a ton of terms, especially as you move on in Algebra 2 and on to pre-calculus and calculus, keeping organized is really a great tip. So please do that. Okay, take a snapshot of this one. I'm going to erase everything. What you could do as you're going along this video is you could pause it, try and solve the problem, and see if your solution matches mine. Okay, let's get rid of this stuff and move to problem two. So in problem two, we have the polynomial negative 6x plus 5y. And from that, we're subtracting negative 10x plus negative 1y. Okay, so again, with this problem, I'm going to rewrite it as addition. I'm going to drop the parentheses. So I'm going to just have negative 6x plus 5y. So I haven't changed the signs there at all. I'm changing the sign to a plus, but then each term in the polynomial that's being subtracted, that one, I'm going to change the sign. So I'm going to write it as plus. I'm going to change this from a negative to just positive 10x. And I'm going to change this negative 1y to positive 1y. Okay, from now on, I'm going to combine my like terms. So I have negative 6x plus 10x. Remember, we're adding coefficients of opposite signs. So I'm going to do 10 minus 6. I'm going to get 4. I note that 10 is the number that's further away from 0 on the number line, so I'm going to keep the positive sign. So it's going to be positive 4x. And I've taken care of the x's now, so I'm going to cross these off. I'm going to move to my y's. So I have 5y and 1y. So 5 plus 1 is 6. So we have plus 6y. I'm done with the y's now, so I'm going to cross those off. And I have everything crossed off, so now I know I have my solution to problem 2, which is simply 4x plus 6y. Hopefully you got that one. Okay, I'm going to erase this one. Let's move to problems 3 and 4. Okay, so problem 3, we have the polynomial negative 7x plus 9y, and from that we are subtracting 3x plus 10y plus 10z. Okay, so I'm going to change the sign here, and then I'm going to change every term here and drop the parentheses. I'm going to rewrite this problem as an addition problem. So we keep the negative 7x as is, keep the 9y as is, and then we're going to change this positive 3x to plus a negative 3x. We're going to change this positive 10y to plus a negative 10y. And we're going to change this positive 10z to plus negative 10z. Okay, so now we're going to combine our x's. So we have negative 7x plus negative 3x. Both coefficients are negative, so I'm going to add the negative numbers and keep the sign as negative. So that's going to give me a negative 10x. And I'm going to cross off the x's because I've now used them. Next up is the y, so we have 9y plus negative 10y. Well, so we're going to take the one that's further away from 0, so that's going to be the negative 10. It's further away from 0 than 9. So I'm going to do 10 minus 9. That's going to give me 1, but since the negative 10 is further away from 0, we're going to make it a negative 1y, which I can actually just write as minus y. I don't have to write plus negative 1y. I can just write it as minus y there. Okay, I'm done with the y's. Cancel those off. And then finally, I have this negative 10z. Then I'm just going to write as minus 10z here. And I'm going to cross that one off. I crossed everything off now, so I know that this is the solution to problem 3. Hopefully you've gotten that at this point. If not, just go back and try the problem again. Okay, I'm going to erase this one. We'll move to our last problem, which was problem 4. Okay, so in problem 4, we have the polynomial negative 1x plus negative 4y, and from that, we're subtracting the polynomial 1x plus 5y. Okay, again, I'm going to change this sign to an addition sign and change the signs in this polynomial here, the one that's being subtracted. Okay, so let's rewrite this. We have a negative 1x. We're going to keep the first polynomial the same, plus negative 4y. And then we're changing it to addition, plus, I'm going to change this from a positive 1x to a negative 1x. And then plus, I'm going to change this from a positive 5y to a negative 5y. Okay, let's go ahead and add the x's. So we have negative 1x plus negative 1x. That's going to give me negative 2x. I'm going to cross these off. And then we have negative 4y plus negative 5y. That's going to add to a negative 9y. And I could write plus negative 9y, or I can just write minus 9y. It's the same thing. And I'm going to cross those off. Now that I've crossed everything off, I know that I'm done with problem 4, and negative 2x minus 9y is my solution. Hopefully this video helped you out. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also, I'm going to leave links to my Teacher Pay Teachers in the description, and yeah, also the website. Hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.